Good afternoon, you NFL Monday Night Football bettors. It is Monday, October 4th, 2021. It's Raphael Esparza from DocSports.com giving you another free episode of Ask a Bookie. It's Raphael Esparza again, October 4th, talking about the Monday night game between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Should be a fantastic Monday Night Football game. Who's gonna come out with the W? Chargers at home, or the Raiders still gonna be playing some outstanding football? So it should be a great game. Norman, how's it going? Hope you are well as well. I am doing fine. Had a nice weekend, so hopefully we can continue catch tickets tonight. So thanks for joining on in, Norman. I hope all is well as with you, and I hope you had a really good kick-ass weekend. I hope you cashed some big tickets, Norman. Sandeep, what's going on? How are you? You think the Raiders going over? I do kind of like the game going over at 51.5. There is 151 out there. I don't know if it's a global book. I don't know if that's going to start a trend, if this one's going to go under. I have not bet it yet. I am hoping and praying it goes to 51. I have not pulled the trigger, but I am leaning on the over as well. So that's what I'm looking at. Eric, what's going on? Buenos Tardes saying, Raphael, do you lean over? I do lean over 51 and a half, very, very small. Waiting to see if I could get 51. I'm leaning towards the Chargers -3. I think that's the right side as well, Eric, on the game itself. So hopefully we're going to see. I think the only way maybe I'll take a stab at the under, if it does go to 52, then I think it's just a little bit way too high. I mean, it's open up at 52.5 over the summer. But I just think the defense, I know the Chargers lost at home to Dallas, but that was a close game, 20-17, not that many scoring. And we've all seen what the Cowboys offense has been doing. So the Chargers defense is no joke, and the Raiders defense is no joke. So I'm hoping for a high scoring game just because it's a fun thing to watch. And I definitely will be watching this game on Monday night. But that's what I am leaning on. Eric, I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Hope you cashed a lot of tickets. Sandeep, who you like, Yankees or Red Sox? Oh, fantastic question. Talking about some baseball on Monday, and who cares about Monday Night Football? Let's talk about some baseball on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, Yankees, Red Sox play. Wednesday, Cardinals, Dodgers. What a great pitching matchup for these Tuesday, Wednesday games. Cole, Evaldi on the game on Tuesday. I'm leaning towards probably the under if I can get 8.5. I have not pulled the trigger on any of these games yet. I have not really dissected. I know the Yankees have been probably playing a little bit better baseball than the Red Sox. So that was interesting. And then Dodgers, Cardinals, Scherzer on the mound, 210, 215. That should be interesting. Probably leaning towards, if I do play anything, maybe Dodger run line. And there's another one, probably an underbet, because Andy Wainwright's been lights out as well. So that's what I'm looking at, Sandeep, for baseball. But thanks for chiming on. And Eric, San Diego. Yeah, Eric, you are 100% correct. San Diego's defense is legit, and they're at home, and they would love to give the Raiders their first loss. I've heard many quotes from their defense I keep on saying the defense of LA saying that, hey, they would love to play well at home against the Raiders. It should be interesting. Gerald, thanks for chiming in, Gerald. Hi, now this channel over and under for Waller and receiving yards. I like the over on that prop bet right there. That's one of the ones I kind of looked at on that one. So I'm looking for that one. What is the current number on that? Hold on, let me check on that. Receiving yards. Oops, it's passing yards. It's over under 75.5. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's changed, but I did look at that one. So that's the one. That's one of Carr's favorite go-to targets. The only thing that scares me, I think the Raiders are going to want to run the ball first. So that one kind of scares me a little bit. But I can see over 75.5. I can see that. Eric, I was riding with you, riding the Mariners over forever with you. Straight money. I agree. I cashed a lot of tickets on the Mariners over. So I was kind of glad. I was kind of sad they're not in the playoffs, but we made some nice coin. I guess you saw my baseball plays for the past couple of weeks. So we made a nice coin on Mariners totals, Eric. So thanks for chiming in. The source, any input on the score in the first 7 minutes of the game? No input on that one. if I like the over, if I'm leaning over that, I would say yes on the first 7 minutes of the game. I would probably lean on that. I don't know what I don't have the screen in front of me. Let's see here. Oops, that's the wrong button. Yeah, I don't have it in front of me, but I would say since I like, let's see, here we go. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I mean, again, I like the kind of the over, so I think we'll get a touchdown right away. Norman, question for you. I built an Excel model using a solver, which isn't perfect. Obviously, what are the 5 most important things to you it should include? I have TOP, rushing yards, and flags. Rushing yards, I would agree on that. That's probably my biggest number one factor on that one. So I think you're on the right template on that and format. I think rushing yards and flags are probably the two I would think up there. So if that's what you're starting off with, I would highly, highly agree with you, especially on those two. No denies on that one. You're on the right track on that one, so it should be very interesting. I would love to see the model when you're done. I'm always geeked out for statistics and stuff like that, so I would love to see your model when it's done. Sandeep should be 70% Raider fan and 25% Chargers fan should feel like Raiders home game. I agree. It's gonna be very interesting. That's why I'm pretty excited to watch this Monday night game. So hopefully we get a great Monday night game. The source I've cashed on 3 straight Monday Night Football games. Well, congrats. I hope you make 4 straight source on Monday Night Football games. I don't know which one you have or your plays on that one, but I hope you go for 4 straight. So hopefully I'll be riding on you. I don't know what you have on the game or what you play, but I'm hoping you cash. Geraldo, right on. Thanks. Alternate to 65. Ooh, yeah. If you alternate 665, I'd definitely look at the under. That's way too high. What's the juice on that alternate 65? I would love to know. I don't have it in front of me. Aren't there running backs injured Raiders? Some of them are. I think some of them. I haven't looked at. That's a good question. I haven't looked at the injury report in a while. Let's pull that up. Well, Richard is still questionable, and Jacobs is probable as listed right now. So, but like I said, if you're on that report, you're probably not 100%. So, I would definitely look at that. Yes, you did. I was riding the coattails with you. Well, thanks for riding the coattails when we were having a nice baseball season. We closed out. I don't have the number in front of me. I think a little over 5 Gs in baseball. So hopefully looking to add to that during the playoff. But thank you, Eric, for jumping on board. Hope all is well. If you missed my YouTube free play today, it's Carr under 1.5 touchdown passes. I think they're going to be running the ball on that one. So I do think, the Raiders looks like probably what we saw last night's Thursday night game, maybe touchdowns by running backs and stuff like that. So I see Carr throwing a touchdown, but I also see some running in touchdown. And Carr likes to run it himself on a quarterback sneak or something like that. So I have under 1.5 touchdowns for the Raiders as my it was a toss-up. It was either that or taking the over 27.5 team total of the Chargers. I like the over 27.5 as it was my other could have been my free play today, but I'll throw that out one at my Charger. I'll give another free play out. Chargers over 27.5 points. I think they hit the 30 mark tonight against the Raiders. So I think, like I said, leaning towards the over. So I'm looking at probably a lot of points scored on that one. So let's go. Let's chime on some of these prop bets that I was leaning at, that I looked at today. Both teams to score over 24.5. I almost played that once. I still might plus 185. I would not shock me that both teams score over 24.5 tonight, because again, you guys all know I was leaning towards the over. So at 24 is 48. So I would think we have a nice shot at that. And again, it's plus 185. So I'm always looking for plus money when it comes to a sport prop bets. So very often I won't lay a huge minus. Another one. Let's see. I almost looked at the Raiders total field goals over under 1.5. I kind of like the over on that one as well. So 1.5 was minus 140. There's some minus 140s out there. Again, make sure you shop around. But there was another one that I was looking at joining up and taking that total. So total field goals by the Raiders tonight over 1.5. I was looking to bet that, yes, as well. So there was one that almost made. I might bet that still. I mean, it's plenty of time. I don't think it's going to go any higher than minus 145. I wouldn't take it if it's minus 150. But if you can get it anywhere lower than minus 145 or 50, I would definitely take that. So that's another one I was looking at. How did everyone do over the weekend? I hope you guys had a fantastic Saturday college football. Hope you guys had a great NFL football as well. But it should be an exciting week. Like I said, we have baseball playoffs coming up. We have some international soccer. USA is playing this weekend, so a lot of international friendlies and World Cup qualifiers. So that should be hopefully some fun things to watch. And then a great Thursday night football game. Eric, do you lay heavy juice and minor league base? No. I normally don't. I mean, I guess if you saw my baseball plays, I normally don't lay heavy juice on my regular season. So unless occasionally, I mean, if it's minus 180 and all that, then I'll just roll the dice and play a small unit play on a run line. So that's what I normally would have to do. I don't like to lay $2, especially if I'm having a winning season. I don't want to blow up my bankroll because anything can happen in major league in playoffs. So I usually don't. But if I can lay a nice run line and get some plus money, I'll lay a small unit play or something like that, or just pass and just sit around and watch it. Maybe do some live betting. Austin, Raiders money line. Oh, good luck on your Raiders love money line. It's a very popular bet throughout the week. I would not be shocked if it is a bigger one. You could hopefully you get a good plus money line bet when there was like 3.5. So good luck on your Austin. Good luck, Austin, on your Raiders money line. Richard, what would you say the most important factor in choosing a survivor pick in the NFL when spreads are equal? I don't do many survivor plays and all that, so I wish I could help you on that. I mean, people ask me for that, and I just don't look into like survivor pools and stuff like that. So the only pool I used to do was a pool called 33, and you get 32 friends in, and you put all the NFL teams in a hat, and you draw your team, and it's $20 a week. And if any team scores 33 points, you get the pot. So that was the only kind of pool thing that I did. It was a fun thing. I remember the first year I had the Detroit Lions, and the second year I had, what was the second year? I think I had the Cleveland Browns, and neither of those two teams hit 33 points at all. So, but I don't do anything on Survivor. So sorry about that, Richard. I'm not familiar. I'm not the best person to ask about that. Going to this week, there were 5 undefeated teams, 3 lost, 1 won in one place tonight. Can you see Raiders being undefeated? You know what? I've been eating a lot of crow on the Raiders so far. So, yes, I can see them because I didn't think this Raider team was going to be that good. So, I've been wrong on them. So, it wouldn't shock me if they blow up the Chargers like the Cardinals did yesterday against the Rams and the Raiders stay perfect. Nothing shocks me anymore. I hope not. I hope that's not the case. But yeah, it would not shock me at all if the Raiders blow up because I didn't think the Cardinals were going to beat the Rams yesterday on the road. So that wouldn't shock me. Ricardo, correct me if I'm wrong. Raphael usually is an underdog in the over or the favorite in the under, correct? Depends on the teams, but you're normally leaning on that. So, Monday night games, Thursday night games, usually the over. It doesn't matter who's playing. Is the kind of heavy, not heavy money-wise bet, but ticket-written bet because everyone wants to watch an over game. Unless weather's involved. If there's some kind of weather involved, like last night in Tampa Bay, New England, a whole bunch of under money came in right when the TV feed went on and it was drizzling and all that. Unless some weather involved, but normally on TV games like this, the over has a lot of tickets written, not dollarized, but tickets written just because who wants to sit around and watch an under game. But you are leaning correctly on that, Ricardo. Eric, gotcha. I see people play the run lines a lot. Good look. I do. I love playing some run lines because I'd rather lose I'm going to talk Doc sports terms. I'd rather lose a 3 or 4 unit game on a run line, laying a run line plus 120, than lose a 7-unit play minus $2, and that play goes out the window because of bad pulping. It's just blowing your payroll really quickly. So I don't, like I said, I don't lay my huge baseball lines at all. Al, do you advise buying a half a point? No, I never. Being behind the counter for so many years over in Las Vegas, I never saw a professional experience, a guy that would whoop our butts buying half a point I can name 5 guys off the top of my head that I consider probably the 5 best sports betting guys that I've ever seen. And not one of those 5 guys ever bought a half a point. So I would say no, I do not advise buying a half a point or even doing 2-team teasers. I mean, will say some of those 2-team teasers could be profitable, but at the same time, teasers, parlays, and moneyline bets are usually the reason why I had a job for over 13 Super Bowls in Vegas, and I still have a job today. Norman, Stanford, ASU, Stanford plus 11. Is that too many since ASU just crushed it? You see, I do believe that line was a little bit too high. I think I made that number 10, 9 or 10. I don't have it in front of me. But I do believe that's too high. I had to over in that game, so cash back-to-back UCLA games over. So I'm glad ASU's offense, both of that offense just both ASU's and UCLA's offense kind of dwindled in the second half. It had me a little bit worried. I had the total on that when they scored so many points in the first half, but I do believe that's too high. I don't have it in front of me, my notes, but I think I made that number 10 or 9, so I do believe that's a little bit tad high. Hey, Raphael, thanks for your daily picks. Thanks for checking out my daily picks. I try to be a little bit different than all the other guys that we have on the site. That's why I try to do some prop bets, team totals, stuff like that, because it's useless for all 5 guys doing videos on a Monday night game and 3 of us like one side and 2 of us like the other. Then what's the point of watching all those videos? So I try to do something different. And I don't have as much time as all those other. No disrespect to those other guys, but I'm an odds maker. I'm doing do a lot of writing, research on entertainment odds and political stuff. So I wish I had more time to do more videos. But thanks for watching them. Fred, I'm late turning in, but what's up? If you're missing my free plays, my YouTube free play was David Carr under 1.5 touchdown passes and the Chargers team total over 27.5. Those are the ones that I kind of were looking at, Fred. So what's going on? Thomas Boy, Yankees minus 125. That looks very tempting, Thomas. I'm not going to lie. Cole, the way that offense has been swinging bats, and I'm just not sold on. Let's face it, the Red Sox could have easily lost Saturday's game and yesterday's game. So I know the Yankees could have lost yesterday's game as well, but I have not fully dissected the baseballs for tomorrow yet. But I'm with you, Thomas. The Yankees I'm really itchy to do that. Jordan, what's up, Raphael? I was making late some pretty good traps yesterday. Had some strange feeling that New York, yeah. I mean, we had a big day, big day, the sports books yesterday. So if you're going to look at all these people on Twitter, or you can't look on Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp because they're not running right now. But if you see, we crushed the books, no, they didn't, because the books had a monster day. I just saw the reports, talked to my friend over at MGM, Grant in Las Vegas. They had a monster day. The books that I consult with had big days. Yesterday's Tampa Bay outcome was huge. The Giants going down, knocked down a lot of money line parlays with the Saints, Tennessee losing. So you may follow guys on social media and say, I'm the greatest handicapper in the world. I crushed the books. But trust me, the books made a killing yesterday. So Jordan, the books had a really, really good day. Yeah, a lot of interesting games. I can't believe the Jets won. I can't believe the Giants won. Can't believe Arizona won. So I agree with you, Jordan. I only had one play yesterday in the NFL, and it lost. I had Carolina. Luckily, it was a small play, but I'm not the biggest NFL bettor. I don't have all these 6-7 NFL plays like some handicappers. So I had one play, and it had Carolina. So it went down in flames. Eric, Chargers -3 and under. If that's your 2-teamer, I'll be rooting for you on that 2-teamer. Besides the under, like I said, if I can get 51, I'm going to probably pull the trigger on the over. I don't have a play on it yet, but I do like the Chargers -3. I totally understand why some people love the Raiders at +3.5 over the week throughout the whole week. If you got that +3.5 on the Raiders, it's a great ticket. It would not shock me if a field goal wins this game. So if you can get that 3.5, if you like the Raiders, hats off to you. I had the Patriots and the Jets. Nice ticket you have if you had the Patriots and the Jets. That's a great ticker. Cooling 22. Congratulations. Got some inside tips. What are your inside tips? I would love to know your inside tips on Cooling 22 on that Patriots and the Jets. Very interesting. I love when people say, "Hey, inside tips," because I always tell. If I have an inside tip, I always tell people what the inside tip is. Hey, someone gave me a horse today at Parks. Guy, he's a trainer up at the racetrack, so I'll bet in and I'll say something. Hey, guy that works at the track, he loves a 4-horse a day. Worked out, blah blah blah. I love to tell people all my insights, tips, and stuff like that. I'm not saying I'm not blaming you, just cooling, but I say if someone says I have inside tips, tell it to the world. It's not your money. Like, who cares? So Baez, welcome as a member. You're the IC teaching channel. I love. I still need to call it IC. I want to know what the IC teaching channel is. It intrigues me when I see that. But Baez, welcome to the show. Eric, don't bet what you can't afford to lose. Eric, you know my motto when you watch all my videos. Don't bet what you don't have. So I 100% agree with you, Eric. Jim, I won a 16 parlay last night. Nice. That's low. You don't have to tell me what the payout is, but congratulations. I'm sure that payout was a nice, pretty penny. So hopefully you're eating good tonight for dinner. But congratulations, Jim. I have never hit. I think the biggest parlay I might have hit is maybe a 3-teamer. I can't even tell. I probably haven't made a parlay bet in easily almost 30 years. My brother parlays all the time, my twin brother, but I can't tell you the last time I have done a parlay. But if you hit a 6-teamer, I mean, hats off to you. I have never hit one. I had a good friend of mine in Vegas hit a 12-teamer one time, and that was pretty impressive. I think he got his license. I think he bought a car, and I think his license plate was 12TP, something like that. But that's pretty impressive. Anybody that can do that, I would do hats off. Cooling, come on! It was Doc Sports that gave me the plays. Well, I don't know who. Cooling, I have no idea what other handicappers play. So, no disrespect to any of them. I just don't. I don't ask them what their plays are this week. I don't have back end access to see all our handicappers play. So, if you got those plays from us, congratulations. You didn't get them from me because I didn't have either of those teams. My team lost yesterday, but if you got them from us, congratulations. Like I said, I have no clue what other handicappers put out. I wish I did, just so I can either root for them or some of them if we're on the same size and I can shoot them a text. Hey, congratulations, we both won in that game, but I have no clue. Jim, I won the last 4 days straight. Nice. Congratulations. Today you're going to make it 5 straight days. So, Jim, hopefully you make it 5 straight. Oh, we're parlays 3, we're 5 teamers. Wow. Congratulations. That's pretty impressive. Keep it going. We'll be rooting for, I don't know your plays, but hopefully you cash 5 straight. FS, do you already discuss the total on the Monday Night Football? I'm leaning towards the over. I would love to get 51. Like I said, that one book that had 51 now has 52. So that means money is coming in on the over. So if you have not bet it yet and you like the over, I would say bet it now, because if one book has 52, that means that now 2 books have 52. So I don't think I'm going to see my total go to 51. So if you like the over, I would say hurry up and bet it, because I think it's going to be climbing upwards. So that's what I would think, FS. I was leaning towards the over at 51 and a half, but I ain't leaning 52. That I do know. So I guess I missed it. So what are you going to do? How do you handle being down? It's rough. I mean, in this industry, you have to handle your losses, plain and simple. You can't stretch. You're going to have great days. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have great months. You're going to have bad months. It is what it happens. If we were all perfect, if we were all handicappers on gambling Twitter that win every day, then why are we working? Why are we on Twitter? Why don't we own an island or drive in fancy cars? So that's why I don't believe anything on social media. You handle your losses. And you don't bet what you don't have, plain and simple. So that's why I have money management skills. I have a budget for each sport that I bet on, or it is what it is. I know once I put that play in, there's nothing I can do. I'm not going to scream at the TV. I've been to Doc Sports viewing parties at games, and there's just guys screaming at the TV, and I know that they have one side. And there's nothing you can. I don't understand why people scream at the TV. I don't understand why people say, "Oh, I can't believe you bet the Rams and they lost. You're biggest fraud. You don't know. You're the biggest handicapping fraud in the world. Blah blah blah. Once I play my game, it is out of my control. It's a fumble, interception, a pick six, home run, bullpen, injuries. There's nothing that can do. Plain and simple. So you have to learn how to handle your loss. That's why I love people on social media that say, "Oh, I won my game of the year. I won this," but you don't hear a peep out of them when they lose. I always tell people, learn how to win like you won before, and rebound your losses. That's all you can do. So it's you just have to, Cameron. That's a great question, and I tell that to all that you have to just learn how to lose. I guess being a Cubs fan made me learn how to lose when I was a young age. But there's still days that I'm like, I can't believe I played that game. Blah 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 blah. I wish there was better days, but like I said, it is what it is. Norman, how is Pitt in the NFL the favorite? I agree. You know what's that black field goal that I can't remember for Pittsburgh that ran it back and it got called back. That was a turning point in the game. I know Big Ben has not looked the same, but I agree. I mean, Denver got a little bit exposed yesterday by Baltimore, but Pittsburgh can't run the ball, so I agree on that one. You're 100% agree, Norman, on that one. I'm confused on that one. I haven't played any NFL games yet. There's a couple of games I have circled, but yeah, I'm a little bit shocked that Pittsburgh is one. And here's a 1.5. DraftKings and FanDuel have 1.5. Everyone else has pretty much one. So, Fred, what would you suggest? A one unit better start with a developer? Yes, when I first started gambling, and I'm not afraid to tell people this. Some of my bets were only $11 to win 10, or $5.50 to win $5 because I was establishing my bankroll. I needed a bigger bankroll, so I tell people that all the time. When I first got into gambling, I had a bookie that would take small bets when I was in high school. So my first couple bets were minus $5.50 to win $5. And granted, he laughed at me because he's was taking $10,000 bets, but I was learning how to build a bankroll. So you bet small. I don't understand how people just get their paycheck and boom, are betting $550 to win $5 or $550 to win $500 when they're just getting into the industry. Yeah, bet small and learn how to build your payroll, and then you can boost up your betting stuff. I 100% agree on that one. Jim, I guess on the parlay would be Vegas over 51, and I rather played up to 54. I like the car over 281. I was looking at that one. Like I said, I still think he throws a lot. I just think if they get to the goal line, they're probably going to run the ball in. That's why I played under touchdowns 1.5. But 281, no opinion on the under 58.5. But good luck on that one, Jim. Hopefully you catch big. Listen, gambling is gambling. Shit happens, and I agree with you, Jim. 100%. Gambling is gambling. So that's why I'm not the biggest. That's why I don't block anybody on Twitter and all that when I say I'm the biggest fraud. I mean, I know a lot of us other handicappers do. They don't want to hear about it, but in our industry, you have to have thick skin. And like I said, once I put my play in, it is done with. I can't complain. If I had a game in the year and it lost by 50 points, well, I like to play and I was bet it the next day if that's the case. So I 100% agree with you, Jim. I can't go wrong in that. Ian, enough with the life lessons. Get to the picks. I mean, I already gave you a whole bunch of picks on that one. Let's see. Hey, and Ian, but this format is to talk to people. So these people are asking me perfectly questions. So I'm not gonna deny their questions. But another one that was kind of interesting. Team to score last wins plus 160. I know a buddy of mine up in Vegas that works in one of the books that a guy put in a nice, I think $5,000 bets on the no at plus 160. So I did kind of look at that one. I thought it would be kind of interesting to see why he maybe did that one. But another one that I looked at, I was hoping to get minus 125, but most first downs. Chargers was minus 135 this morning. It's dropped down a little bit to minus 133. If this continues to drop, if I can get minus 130, I'll probably play most first downs for the Chargers. I kind of like that prop bet as well. So look here, Ian, I just gave you another one. Norman, Cubs fan, try and be Phillies fan here. I have a friend of mine, Alan Harris, is a Phillies fan, so me and him always trade stories. Carr under 281. Uh, I'm torn on that one, but I'll be rooting for that one. So, Cameron, what are the most units you've come back from a sports wallet and had it? I don't have it in front of me, but I think the most I've ever come back, I think it was an NBA. I think I was down like six or seven thousand dollars. I think it was like maybe 70 units, and I turned around and had a winning season. I don't know what year. I'll have to check it. I don't have it in front of me, but maybe I'll check in that, Cameron, and I'll give you that answer on Friday's show. But it's been I've had a horrible football season last year. I was down I think 28 units, $4,000, came back and had a winning season. So it's a long season. So I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. Just what are your thoughts on Hubert recording 300 passing yards and Chargers to win Boaster? It's an interesting prop. I like the Hubert 300 plus passing yards. I think he outplayed. Oh, I shouldn't say outplayed. I think he outpasses Carr tonight. So I like that one. Chargers to win Booster for 245. That one's interesting. I like the Hubert one. Norman, I got to run to work. Have a great night. Thanks for your time. Norman, thanks for chiming on in. Thanks for always being here, and thank you for the great questions. Hopefully your work shift is almost over. Jim, I got $2 on a 5-team parlay Thursday night and one. Wow, away. So I lost two other 5. Nice. That's $2, but that's pretty impressive, Jim. So good luck. Hopefully you cash on that one. We'll do one more. I had one more prop bets before I go. Oops. It was a receiving one. Let me find it. So receiving yards. I'll do that one, and then I will head off for the day. Where'd it go? I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Williams for the Chargers, over under 80.5 receiving yards. I was looking to bet that under 80.5. So that was one I was looking to bet under. Have not pulled the trigger on that one yet, but that was the ones out. That was when I was looking for Chargers on under. Cook could be an interesting one for the Chargers too, over under 38.5. I kind of like that over a little bit. So those are kind of receiving yards I was looking for the Chargers tonight as well. Big Fact Villa, I'm liking the over on the Raiders game and the Raiders spread. Well, good luck on that. Hopefully you get that over quickly, because I have a feeling 52 and 52.5 could be creeping up. Hopefully you bet that over already and got 51.5. I mean, it doesn't matter. On the Raiders, it's going to stay 3 no matter. It'll stay 3 all night. So hopefully you got good numbers, big facts. But I want to thank everyone for chiming on in. I can't believe a half an hour flies by this quickly, but hopefully everyone has a fantastic Monday night, or everyone enjoys their game. I'll be back on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know Mondays is 4 p.m., but I do a media hit before I jump on the air here. So if I could change this media hits, because sometimes it's very boring, I would. But don't forget, Mondays, Ask a Bookie show is always 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Fridays is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, when the NBA and NHL and college basketball season starts, we will do a Wednesday show. So we'll do a Wednesday show will also be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shriek, Don, NBA games. I do not do NBA preseason games or NHL preseason games. I'll watch them and I'll study, but I do not do preseason games. So, and I don't do baseball preseason games. I usually don't do that many NFL preseason games. I'm just not a big preseason game. I'm not going to put my hard-earned money on a guy that's trying to make a team in the fourth quarter or stuff like that. So I'm not the biggest NBA. I'll bet some NBA Summer League games just because I think some of the totals are soft, and you get to see a lot of these kids who are trying to work for contracts overseas. But preseason games, I do not. So sorry about that one. But again, you guys all have a fantastic Monday night. Be back on Friday. Stay safe. And please, please, please don't bet what you don't have.